On again with more breakdown of this coronavirus hoax that they give the masses. We're gonna update you on it, where they're going with it, what next for the masses. Now, as you can see right here, the World Health Organization right there. You see the leaves going on around it? You better wake up. And if you notice, the army people or the navy, they carry two of this right here on the sleeve to show you that it is devil run. As you could see the serpent right there. People just dumb, they never get it. And of course, the so-called George Stephanopoulos also contract the so-called virus, still work on ABC throughout the whole thing. What do you think, people? And of course, you see him painted orange right there for Freemason. Run it.
We're joined now by the World Health Organization's lead expert on COVID-19.
Yes, always bringing these people, calling them expert and so-called doctors. It's all fake. 100% for TV.
Maria Van Kerkhoff. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us this morning. You lead the WHO's Emerging Diseases Unit. You've been on the front lines of this fight since the very beginning.
Yes.
After 7 months, more than 15 million cases worldwide.
Yeah, that over 15 million cases worldwide for your number 6 after 7 months. There you go right there. You're paying attention, people? After 7 months, 15 million people contract the disease worldwide. It came from China, which is overpopulated with over 1.5 billion people they say they got, and it jumped from there and captured the rest of the world.
Where do things stand? Are we controlling the virus, or is the virus controlling us?
Here we go.
So good morning, George, and thanks for having me on the show. That's an excellent question. Right now,
of course, it's an excellent question. It get to brainwash the damn people. I already told you. What
virus
you think they're gonna
is controlling us in
the
many parts.
virus is controlling us. That's what they're telling the masses right here. Why you think they say that? They even have the character that so-called have it. They can't tell you that they're controlling the virus. Of course not.
Of the world. We're seeing quite some worrying trends in many parts of the world, where many countries are seeing, really increased transmission, intense transmission. Much of the Americas right now are really...
All of this shit right here is just a made-up shit for the masses. You see all of these people line up outside. What is 2 of them, 3 of them right here attending to one person to give them a COVID test? This is dumb right here. Remember, they tell you if you have it and you don't wear a mask, and these people have on mask and shield and everything, they can still contract it. That's why they tell you to wear the mask. Is that dumb? So you testing somebody right here for the COVID-19. Of course, if they got it, you might have it as well, because they told you the mask and the gear can't help you. You wearing it to help somebody else, to save the other people. It's so dumb it don't make no sense. You have to wear the mask for somebody else, so they're dressed up in all of this. Is not to save them. You need to wake up. And what the fuck is this they're poking all the way up on your brain to your nose? The people just stupid. I want to know who dumb enough to go there to take the test. They line up outside in their car for somebody to poke down a damn swab stick down their nose. Dumb on.
in the thick of it.
Look at this shit right here, people. Why they got all these lines? And believe it or not, whenever they show these test sites live, you never see nobody there. But there you go right there.
Do see signs of hope. In some countries, they have been able to control the virus. This virus is controlled.
What the country name that control the so-called virus? I already told you. Every single country is in on it. Pushing up the virus numbers to fool the masses. Nobody have the fucking coronavirus. Just a hoax for the dumb people.
With the steps that are outlined with this whole comprehensive approach that we've been talking about since the beginning of this pandemic, and we've seen many countries have success. So I think there is an element of hope that everybody needs to understand. Even countries that are really overwhelmed right now can turn this around. They can and they will turn this around.
Let me press you on that, because almost half the world's cases now are coming from just 3 countries: the United States, India, and Brazil.
There you go, people. Now it's United States, India, and Brazil. Remember Brazil, I told you already that Brazil was going to be one of the hot spots, because the so-called prime minister, the president, never take it serious. That's the game they play on the world stage. You never get it with everybody around the world that a world leader. Yes, they're all involved in it. What do you think they're going to do? All of them going to sell the masses the damn virus.
We've seen the curve flatten in parts of Europe and Asia, although there's some resurgence in some of those countries right now. How do you explain the difference?
Well, there are quite some differences in countries in the way that they've responded to this pandemic. What we do know, what works consistently.
And tell the masses what the fuck is that work. Tell us what work consistently. The lockdown, the mask, This dumb shit on.
High-income countries, low-income countries, north, south, urban, rural populations is a comprehensive approach. It's this quick isolation, identification, care of patients.
You hear what they say? Pay attention right here, people. And watch the hand sign.
A comprehensive approach. It's this quick
That's
isolation.
the pyramid right there on the hand sign. Talking about approaches. Fake shit.
Identification, care of patients, of cases, even cases that have mild disease or who are asymptomatic, putting them in isolation prevents them from passing it to someone else. Contact tracing, finding contacts of...
They want to trace the masses. That's all about contact tracing. You believe that people with is a fake virus. What is they really tracking? Just you. That's what they're going to do in the new world order. The people not gonna get it.
Cases, putting them in quarantine, whether this is in a special quarantine facility or quarantining at home, empowering your population, letting them know where...
Empower the population, nothing but garbage.
Where is this virus? What can you do? What can I do to prevent myself from infection? Making sure that this is an all-of-government approach. This is not just a health sector response.
All government approach. I already told you, that's why they use a virus for the fear tactics on the people. Because it's out of your hands, out of your neighbor's hands, out of your family hands, out of all of y'all hands. So you have to look for the government for help. You're not getting it. That's why they do it, people. You're going to completely depend on the government when this shit ends. Pay attention.
This is an all-of-government approach, meaning that every sector needs to be involved. But I think most importantly, as I've already mentioned, is really empowering communities, empowering individuals so that they know what they can do to prevent themselves from getting infected.
Like what? Like what? The hand sanitizer and all that bleach and disinfectant, which I tell you is a poison. We go get to that before this video and I'm going to show you, people. I'm going to show you that the hand sanitizer is 100% poison. No matter what they tell you, no matter what the brand, it's all poison for the masses.
This is the package of interventions. It's physical distancing. It's cleaning your hands. It's wearing a mask.
This is how they tell you how to stop the virus, people. This is stupid. This is 100% stupid. So these people right here, they're not going to get the virus because they're wearing the mask. Remember, they tell you that it's airborne. The people don't have next to you for you to so-called get the virus. It's so-called in the air. Why you have to wear the mask, people? And you're telling me it's to save somebody else. This is bullshit right here. 100% fake shit.
Appropriate. It's being vigilant, being alert, being aware, and really being kind.
Wow. And be kind. And you know what they're talking about? Be kind? It's to wear the mask because they tell you wear the mask is being kind. Wow, is this a joke, people? Because you're actually saving somebody else's life when you wear the mask, so it's being kind. No telling what they push on the dumb people in these times, just that they tell you to social distancing 6 feet apart, and then they tell you together we can do it. How you gonna be together if you just separate the people with the biggest division scheme, social distancing? You're not gonna get it. Stay dumb.
States, there's so much concern about back to school coming up.
Just with the back to school, because I already told you, a lot of those schools not gonna be reopened until they so-called bring in the savior, the so-called vaccine. You need to wake up.
A few weeks, the CDC released additional guidance on reopening schools, saying the best evidence shows that COVID-19 poses relatively...
The CDC right there with the sun ray, people. Why would you trust them? It's all devil coding, 100%. And they're the one who control the disease. Wow.
Low risk to school-age children, and that COVID-19 transmission among children in schools may be low. Wow. How do you assess the risks of sending kids back to the classroom right now?
Here we go.
Well, there's a lot that we're learning about children with this virus. The good news for children is that overwhelmingly among children that are reported to have been infected, most of them...
Of course, they know everything about the virus now, right? No. Later on, they're going to come back and tell you there's something that they didn't know, something new they bring to the table. Just like they keep bringing you more and more symptoms to the same virus.
Have mild disease. So that is very lucky. That is very good news. Yes, however, there are some children that develop severe disease, and unfortunately, there are some children who have died. Wow. We're learning now about transmission among children.
You can't die from nothing else but the COVID-19 in 2020. I already told you they make that shit up. 100%. You think that's real? Everybody that die now, I told you, you could get bullet wound and die, and their classes have a COVID-19 case. That's how they're doing it, and the dumb people can't
I
see
think
it.
there's quite some open questions about how this virus transmits among children and between children and from children of different ages. What we're learning from some of the studies is
the children never used to so-called get it, only the so-called adult. All of a sudden, there you go.
there is a difference between the youngest children, so for example, those under 10 years old or 12 years old, and those over 12, above 10, above 12 years old. And there may be differences in their infection rates, and there may be differences in their ability to travel. But one thing to remember when we think about schools is that schools are part of communities. And so if there's transmission that's happening in communities, there's transmission that can happen in schools. We can't think of them only as an isolated facility. And so when we think about reopening schools, because schools are incredibly important, and I know
Of course, it's important for the brainwash. Keep it going. That's what they do. And I told you already, people, this is how they do it right here with the so-called kids and the schooling, playing with your mind, because only the vaccine gonna let them go back in classrooms. You hear me? That's what they're telling you right here. Nothing else.
Everyone across the world knows the importance not only for education, but for mental health, for social, for food, for safety.
Of course, you go get all that shit from the school. Dumb on. Bam.
Joined now by Dr. Anthony Fauci. Dr. Fauci, thank you for joining us this morning. I got to say, this is not the way I expected to start the interview, but I have to have you respond, first of all, to those tweets from President Trump that were taken down overnight. First, on that one.
First, they have to mention tweets that was taken down. This one in the purple tie, and I already told you, he's a big part of this psyop with the COVID-19. He lie about he got it. What that tell you, people? All of them get their pockets lined in Hollywood to fool the people. You see how much of them they said die? Even Herman Cain, the one that bring you the 999. You remember him? That was running for president. They say he died from the COVID-19. And I tell you, all the people damn near that you know in the top higher ranking, Hollywood and all, they're the one who falling from the so-called virus. You believe them? Fake on.
Said you don't need masks. There is a cure. It's called hydroxychloroquine.
Yes.
Can you just clarify?
Hydroxychloroquine. They gone that way too with the so-called Donald Trump mentioned that he taking it. And this one right here, I told you, he's a part of the rig reality they used to fool you. Why you think he was involved in the so-called AIDS epidemic and also involved in this? Take a look at him. He's not even a real man. I don't know. You can't have your eyes that deep in a hole. It's a fucking mask wearing sodomite.
For our viewers, the best scientific guidance we have on masks and hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah, here we go.
We should all be wearing masks outside.
Remember, I'm going to go to the clip in a little bit, but this one was the one who tell you you shouldn't wear the mask. You should leave it to the so-called emergency care workers. You shouldn't wear the mask. And look at him now with the eye closed telling you you need to wear the mask. Everybody, what's up with this flip-flopping? They're confusing the dumb masses. You'll never get it, and it's all by design.
George, this is something that, as you heard, Dr. Birx mentioned when she was...
Dr. Birx is another fake doctor they got on TV. 100%. All of them is fake.
Making a comment. It's very important. There are certain fundamental things we should be doing, particularly if you happen to be in an area where there's viral activity. Where
viral activity, like what? It's nothing but trash.
Mask all the time when you're outside. Social distancing, 6 feet at least. Avoid
6 feet at least. Of course, it's a separation of the masses. Stay 6 feet from each other so they can watch you and separate you from the next person. I already told you, that's what the surveillance for. Any one of those stores you go in with the 6 feet apart, of course they're recording you.
Crowds, close bars in areas where there's viral activity, and do hand hygiene. There's no question about that. So that's
hygiene. They're mentioning the same fucking sanitizer. That's what they're talking about. And I told you, if you rub that chemical up in your hand and it just disappear, where did it go?
I think that's
bloodstream. Dumb on.
Not really arguable. How about hydroxychloroquine? And the president promoting the effectiveness of hydroxychloroquine. We know the FDA has recommended against.
And I told you already, people, the reason why they mention that, because the people is stupid. They're going to run and go get it. They're going to be on it. Whether they have the virus or not, you're not getting it, people. All they have to do is mention something. If you go in the Walmart now, you're going to see some shelf empty in the so-called pharmacy area. Why? It's them fool the masses to grab them, pick up Tylenol and all of this shit. Dumb on.
Emergency use. Right. Right, exactly, and I go along with the FDA. The overwhelming prevailing clinical trials that have looked at the efficacy of hydroxychloroquine have indicated that it is not effective in coronavirus disease.
It's not effective. So why the fuck did y'all send the masses to go pick it up? I already told you people, it's just another poison that they have on the market for the masses. Good time to let you go pick it up when you're dumb and scared of a virus, a fake virus that they got for the masses. I told you, if you're never scared to die, they could never pull off the pandemic.
And one of the retweets from the president also accusing you of misleading the public on many issues. You've been at the NIH since 1984. You've advised 6 presidents. Can you continue to do your job when the president of the United States is publicly questioning your credibility in this way?
All friends. This is a game they're playing on the world stage. The dumb people will never get it. Only the people that's awake and know that they're playing games can see this. You understand? So picture how much people take this and run. Believe that Anthony Fauci shit and the Donald Trump is going at it. Are they contradicting each other? They're just playing with the people.
You know, George, I don't know how to address that. I'm just going to certainly continue doing my job. I don't tweet. I don't even read them. So I don't really want to go there. I just will continue to do my job.
Look at them people, all of them from the coronavirus task force, 100% devil puppet and fakers. Look at this one they call Dr. Burks. Wow, tower over this foul shit right there. Why? You tell me, why this woman tower over this man? This is not a man. Bam, this is not a woman. They call Burks. They're all fake. 100%.
What comes out, because I think it's very important. We're in the middle of a crisis with regard to an epidemic, a pandemic. This is what I do. This is what I've been trained for my entire
What did you train for? To fool the dumb people on the world stage. That's it. It's not a real doctor, people. What you can't understand, it's not a real doctor. It's a mask-wearing punk they put to fool the people. Just like you see Bill Gates. You really believe in the Bill Gates with the Microsoft? Now they tell you that Microsoft gonna buy TikTok. I told you people, all of them is together, fooling the dumb masses.
Life, and I'll continue to do it. To the charge you've been misleading the American public?
So that's what every one of them do.
I have not been.
That's what the fucking news do. And tell you what, the false shit alone can't mislead the masses. The TV have to do it. You understand what I mean? They have to put him on TV for him to spread the word. So if the TV people come in and say, oh, you think you're misleading the masses? What that mean? They're just playing with you. The TV is the one who allow everything on. They allow this guy right here to brainwash the people. So don't ask that question. The people with the brain already know both of y'all swimming in the same fucking boat, eating out the same
misleading the American public under any circumstances. Let's talk about reopening right now. Which states are you most concerned about? You know, I mean, obviously the southern states that really actually had a major surge, the Florida, the Texas.
It's 100% fake. Nobody can prove that shit. The peoples that actually there never see it. What you can understand, if you're in one state and they keep pushing one state on the news, another state, how can you prove it? You know somebody there, call them. They can't see the virus either. They're just as fucking blind as you. That's far away. What's that tell you? Nothing is going on. They just made it up. Use the TV to convince the people because they believe in news. Wow, the fakest shit in life.
The Arizona, the California, they appear, I hope, and it looks like they may be cresting and coming back down. What I'm concerned about is what Dr. Burks had mentioned just a little bit ago, is that some of the other states, the Ohios, the Indianas, the Tennessee.
Take a look at them people. They fake. All of them. They only have on the mask to convince you to do it. You never get it. All of them is fucking fakers on TV. 100%.
The Kentuckys that are starting to have that very early indication that the percent of cases regarding the number of tests that you have, that the percent is starting to go up. That's a sure.
I tell you people, sometimes they don't do no tests and they still come up with the same numbers. How they do it, people? The other day was storming in Texas and they have no sites open, but they still come up with the cases back to back to back. And the people can't understand. It is a fake shit. You can't get it to your head because you're blind and you're stupid. You never look into nothing. You take what they give you and run. That's all it is.
Fire sign that you've got to really be careful. And you've got to, if you are trying to open up, please do it in a way that's in accordance with the guidelines.
Yes, the guidelines, people. The guidelines, because these people that give you the guidelines know best I already told you, you can't move without the government now because you fear to die. That's why they got you in this situation. You're scared of a fucking virus that don't exist. I tell you, they're supposed to sit there and laugh every time they see somebody with their face tied up, suffocating themselves. The government people sitting there laughing at your ass. Of course they laugh. Can they hold back the laugh if they see you masked up over a fake virus? Come on, people.
That we carefully
Come
put
on.
together some time ago. If you do that carefully and you do the 4 or 5 fundamentals that I mentioned just a moment ago, George, I think we can prevent the surges that we've seen in the southern states because we just can't afford yet again another surge.
Yet, as you know, the governor of Tennessee simply said he's not prepared to go along with what Dr. Burks said. And at the same time, President Trump yesterday is saying some states should be thinking about reopening. Do we need a coordinated national strategy, all going in the same direction?
Bullshit. And why you think it's a pandemic? It's confusion for the masses. Just understand, the pandemic mean a whole lot of shit gone wrong, people. That's what it means.
You know, George, if you look at the guidelines, the way we put them out some time ago, that really is the national strategy. This was the
New World Order. Is the fucking guidelines.
Recommendation that was made saying, here's what you need to do. If you're at this level, you wait until you have a period of time over 14 days where it comes down. Then you graduate to the next phase. If you do well there, you go to the next phase. Obviously, as you've mentioned, some states are not doing that. We would hope that they all now rethink at what happens when you don't adhere to that. We've seen it in plain sight in the southern states that surge.
I'm going to tell you what I see in plain sight. No virus. And they're pushing it on the news only the news, the social media, and them pushing this fake shit on the masses. I told you, open your eyes and look. They convince you so much you think you even know somebody that got it. That's how it is. The news is that convincing, people. Why you think they have it? It's so convincing. You don't even have to know somebody that have it around the whole wide world. You could know people from everywhere, and you still can't find one case, and you're still gonna buy what the government sell you on TV. That's sad. Bam.
There's a lot of confusion among people.
Watch this interview right here from about 3 or so months ago with this Anthony Fauci shit right here about the mask. Remember the interview that I just showed you? What he said, every single person supposed to wear the mask and stop the spread. Listen what he go say right here. I told you, it's a 100% puppet confusion for the pandemic.
Information surrounding face masks. Can you discuss that?
The masks are important for someone who's infected to prevent them from infecting someone else. Now, when you see people, and look at the films in China and South Korea, whatever.
Look at the films at China.
Everybody's wearing a mask.
Everybody wearing a mask.
Right now in the United States, people should not be walking around with masks.
Bam. You hear that? He tell you right now in America, people should never be walking around with masks. And you see the last interview that he had, what he said? Everybody's supposed to wear the mask. What you think, people? All of them do it. You're not getting it. It's a trickery for the dumb people with no brain box. And even if you show these 2 clips right here to somebody who got no brain and not using their brain, what do you think? They're still gonna believe in the Anthony Fauci shit. Bam on. Take a look at this right here, people. Look at this fucking swab stick, how long it is. Why they need to push it all the way up in your brain to check if you have a virus. The virus is on your fucking brain. What is they doing this for, people? And I told you, they say if you have the virus, yes, you need to wear the mask because you can let somebody else caught it, whether they're wearing a mask or not. So this person, if he got it right here and you're there, give him a test. You can't give him the test with the mask on his fucking face. So you have to take it off. And he coughing and all kind of shit. How come you don't catch the fucking virus? Hoax on. There you go, people. And they swab in the mouth. So you get a nose swab and also a fucking mouth swab. For what? It's nothing but garbage. 100% trash.
You hear so many
coughing and everything. I told you it's a bullshit. 100% TV.
Stories about having it. And I was just thinking this is way worse than I imagined it to be.
Take a look at this right here, people. Who did this right here? Tell me, please. Who go in the hospital when this one string up all these wires? What the wire connect to? It getting an IV? No, people. What is all of this right here? It's on a ventilator? No, it got on the mask on the face and they're taking a picture to show it on TV and you still believe that it's real. People just dumb in this world. This is just a psyop. All the way in for TV. What do you think? Take a look at these right here. I told you, everybody that's sick gotta show up on the fucking screen with the mask on. There you go. Nothing but fake for the masses. Fake on. That's what they do right here. Pay attention. Yes, wake up the next day. June 22nd. Wow, take a look. 3 to 8 days. They wait for the result. But still you have count of a coronavirus victim or patient every single day. How did this one take 3 to 5 days to come back? But you can read result every day on TV. I told you it's a hoax. 100% in.
I thought I was just waking up and, you know, needing a breath from waking up. So I called my mom back again and I was like, yeah, I'm having trouble breathing. Wow, it felt like...
It's bullshit, people. So you're not sick. This is how I know they're full of shit, people. You're not sick, you just can't breathe. And that's how the coronavirus work. Are you kidding me, people? So all of these people that they hold in the hospital, they can't breathe. And I told you, you should be able to see people in the street. What if this one right here was a homeless person, somebody got no resource and end up having the breathing problem? What would have happened? That person would have just died in the street from lack of air, can't breathe. Yes, why not? So why you can't see nobody that have this kind of problem in the street? How come we not seeing people dying from lack of oxygen because they can't breathe from this coronavirus? Why not? Only on TV. What that tell you is fabricated
I was
bullshit.
getting too much air in, but letting go of the air
All bullshit.
felt like the air was trapped.
She told me she was so winded that she had a hard time walking. Wow. So at that point, I was staying calm, but I gave my keys to the boss and I said, listen, I'm going early to lunch. I don't know if I'll be back. By the time I got home, I asked her to walk and she was so lethargic, so weak, she could barely stand up.
Wow, you asked her to walk. Wow. Wow, watch this right here. All fake shit for the dumb masses.
The sedative did help because when you feel like you can't breathe, you're like, oh my God, I can't breathe.
Wow.
Which makes it...
You see that, people? Why you think they give you this I can't breathe all through this pandemic? Why? The George Floyd shit was I can't breathe. Why you think they say that? What I don't tell you, people, it's a mockery by you wearing the mask. They're mocking the regular people. They have to laugh at you. When you have on the stupid mask, they're laughing. The people's up top is laughing at you. That's what they're doing. And then give you a good slogan. You can't breathe. If you tie up your damn nose, you can't breathe. So it's a good slogan for the sleeping sheeps of the hurt that wearing the mask. You make it bad. You make the fucking pandemic because you are a panic dummy. That's why the pandemic is on, because you're scared to die. So you wear the mask, make it harder for the people who smart and know the mask shouldn't be wear, because all you do is breathe in your same air that you talk. Some people have it on and talking. What you doing? Eating your damn breath? Carbon dioxide will kill you, people, get you sick. What's wrong with you? Dumb on.
Worse.
Breathe. Okay, one more.
Can't breathe. There you go.
Sorry.
A second coronavirus test again, people. Wow, it was positive this time. I mean, then keep testing and then finally there go the positive. It's bullshit for the dumb people.
I know, sorry.
Look at this shit right here. You're crying. And there you go. Of course they coded. There you go with the 3 finger on the phone and the black and white checkerboard style. Freemasonry. Just a faker with the 6s swirl behind them. That's how they do it. You see that? Okay.
Like weights were sitting right here on my chest.
She in the purple and the mom in the black and white.
Like I could not get barely any air in.
Bullshit.
I had the biggest headache. It felt like my head was like a hot air balloon. Wow. I was just gonna explode.
You know a hot air balloon feel. Take a look at the highs. Reading off a damn script.
I was like, I don't want to go back if we don't have to. You know what I mean?
Look at him. Look at him. It's a fake shit. Why you buy this shit right here? TV.
Coronavirus doesn't care how old you are.
Everybody should be scared. Dr. G.
It will infect the young as well as the old. Age just doesn't matter. And so I think
everybody should be scared of this coronavirus because they can't go back in the streets. People can't go back to normal unless they pump you up with the vaccine. That's what they got for the masses. Bam on.
Florida under threat.
And I have complete confidence in the strength and resilience of this incredible state.
President Trump visited Tampa as the state hit a...
Visited Tampa as soon as they hit a record high of COVID case. And then the storm is gonna hit so-called Tampa, Florida, right there. You believe it, people? Pay attention. This is how they start chaos on Earth.
New COVID case record and braces for a hurricane.
There you go.
We've done everything we can do, and now we're just waiting for the storm.
Back in Washington, hopeful signs about progress.
Take a look at them right here, people, and I tell you, if you wear the mask, you so-called wearing the mask to save people, being kind, why is it under your chin and not cover your nose? Of course, you need to be stifled like the people that you tell to wear that shit. I told you already, they're playing games with the dumb people. Put that shit over your nose so you can stifle as well, so you can't breathe like the regular people that you put in that shit.
Vaccine.
We feel cautiously optimistic that we will have a vaccine by the end of this year, and as we...
Bam, of course. Remember, they tell you it takes 10 years to create a vaccine, and this virus that nobody knows just appear on the scene is like a new virus. We don't understand it. Oh, first it's killing young people, then it's killing old people, it's killing the black people. No, let me tell you, they claim that they don't know shit about this virus, but they can come up with the quickest vaccine that ever come up with. They're gonna do the operation so-called speed. Some shit about speed to speed up the vaccine. You see that right there? What I tell you about the vaccine is the real killer for the dumb people. And I told you already, it might have the fucking chip in it that they're gonna use to track the masses. You understand? No doubt about it. Every dumb people in the world talking against that, but they don't get it. They don't understand. It's a real shit. They want to track down the masses. Not with your phone. They want to chip the masses. That's what it is. In the next world, the new world order, that's what you go get.
Go into 2021.
But Dr. Fauci also faced a heavy dose of politics as Ohio Republican Jim Jordan pressed him over health risks of protests.
Listen right here, people. Because I told you, this is by design.
Jim Jordan pressed him over health risks.
See, the protest is a design thing for the dumb people. You never understand why you think they pull it off in the middle of the pandemic so you can get your so-called second wave. This is how they do it, people. Remember, you lock in your home. If they come back and tell you, oh, the second wave come while you on lockdown. No, they can't tell you that and tell you that the lockdown work. So they pull off these marches, these bullshit that they organize, and then tell you that the second wave cost because of this. You didn't social distancing, you was down there marching, and that's why it break out. That's how they do it, people. You can't get it? Come on.
Of protests.
I just want an answer to the question. Do the protests increase the spread of the virus? I don't have any scientific evidence.
It's just a bullshit. And I say, why he ain't got the mask on? You're supposed to have problem breathing also. Don't tell the people to tie their nose up and you don't want to do it.
Anything I can tell you that crowds are known, particularly when you don't have a mask transmission.
President Trump applauded both Jordan and Fauci on Twitter and later reflected.
That's what they use the Twitter to do. And pay attention right here, people. Watch this.
On the death of friend Herman Cain.
Herman Cain, there you go. Just another faker. When was the last time you see this fagabat? When was the last time you see him? All of a sudden, he died from COVID. I told you, people, this is when they're going to pull off most of those satanic puppets off the scene in 2020. You're never going to see no year pass where so much of these characters pass off the damn scene. Hoax on.
COVID. But does not believe the Tulsa rally Cain attended put him at risk.
We will miss Herman Cain.
Are you worried he caught COVID?
He got the red tie on and the blue jacket. Wow. And of course, orange face on. Freemasonry.
No, I don't think he did.
The president is railing against mail-in ballots, but bristled when pressed by Peter about election security.
This is how they're gonna do it, people. No, a lot of states so-called already doing their mail-in vote, and of course they're gonna give you a app where you can vote from. Don't worry about it. Bam on.
This Thursday, the NBA will officially be back for its...
See this right here, people? Yes, the NBA back this Thursday. Watch it. Big old number 6 behind them. Satanic Network right here in
regular season. Now, right now, the teams are in Central Florida staying at Disney resorts in the so-called bubble.
Yeah, you hear that? They're in a Disney so-called bubble. Why the bubble got made by Disney, people? And a bubble. I told you, the new world order right here. You think they was going to keep the sports away, the entertainment that they used to brainwash the people, the same sports players that they used to convince you of any damn thing. You think they're going to just put it away? No. They're going to bring it back with restriction for the masses to follow on and believe that the fucking virus is real. Pay attention right here. The bubble Okay.
Are kept in isolation to stop the spread of COVID-19 while they play at the Wide World of Sports complex. News 6's Jerry Askin joins us now live in Orange County. And Jerry, some local black...
Orange County, people. They never miss. Orange is 33 in numerology. Take a look at this dumb shit right here.
Restaurants are now feeding the players.
Yes, and they're so happy about that. I talked to two black-owned restaurants today, owners today here in West Orange County. They're excited about the boost for their business. Right now we're at Shana Soul Food Restaurant here in West Orange County. They're also happy the NBA appears to be making a big push to support their players, support black-owned businesses.
Oh, there you go, people. And I tell you already, you see the NBA back on? Wow, all they're gonna push is that racist and division shit on the masses. You see what Calvin Kaepernick, they say, used to do? And the whole wide world say, oh, they kneeling. And then all of a sudden, that's what everybody doing in the NBA. They're wearing the Black Lives Matter shirt. It's on the floor. It's even on the floor. They got the Black Lives Matter shirt on, and they also take the knee. The same knee that they tell you the police used to kill the George Floyd. That's how they do it. The people never get it. We're living in a rigged reality, and believe it or not, some wicked people behind the wall
and fight racial inequality.
We get to serve the NBA. Like LeBron James will have my food. Who could imagine?
Who could I imagine? The people with no brain wouldn't see it, but we know what's going on right here. Anybody they're tied to it is a part of it. Bam.
Kendrick Perkins didn't hold back, saying Lou Williams needed to do better after his trip to Magic City that got him a 10-day quarantine.
You hear that, people? So this guy right here that playing in the NBA, I think he played for the Clippers, as you could see it on his shirt, Los Angeles Clippers. Yes, he leave the bubble, and that's a violation. So what you have to understand, people, the so-called bubble at the NBA kind of playing, the players can't leave. If they do, 10-day quarantine. That's what they're telling the masses. So I told you already, people, once they put it in your face that these people is following these rules and going through these shits right here, yes, you won't feel too bad if you're doing the same. There you go right there. Pay attention.
Also said it's sad when a rookie like Zion Williamson acts more mature than a veteran like Lou Williams. Lou fired back on Twitter telling Perk that this incident was the only dirt Perk had on him and that whenever they see each other, Perk says it's, quote, just TV. So Shannon...
Just TV, that's all it is. TV for the masses. And they're trying to show you that if somebody leave the bubble, they're in trouble. There you go.
Whose side are you on here?
Skip, before I get into that.
Of course, take a look at his shirt. Just like Michael Jordan and them, he wear the 2-3 right there for Freemasonry.
Lou, you were wrong.
You see? There you go.
Why is it so hard for you to understand you were wrong?
So that's why they give these people right here a material to voice their so-called opinion, which is all scripted, the whole thing, to convince the masses of the damn bubble bullshit that they're selling the people with your so-called isolation from the COVID. It's bullshit, 100%. And if you see the games, all they're doing, yes, people stand up there and they're so-called having mask on. If the player not playing, he got to wear the mask. How dumb can that be? They test them 3 times a week. Come on, people, this is bullshit. Or 3 times a day. You never fucking get it. This is a hoax right here for the dumb people, for them to fall in line and follow the procedure in this new world.
Let me get this straight, and this is what irked me, Skip. I didn't get mad if a player missed a block. If a player missed an assignment, that didn't irk me. What irked me if you didn't have your ass to meetings on time, if you were late for work, because you're telling me your time is more important than mine. Good point. So are you telling me Lou Williams is the only player that's in the bubble that has a favorite restaurant and is missing those meals?
And by the way, he went to so-called Magic City, as you could see them checking out the script. This one of the purple thing in the pocket. They all fake. He went to Magic City as a fucking strip club to go eat some wings. You believe that? Yes, just a shout out to the Magic City. Once you hear the magic, you know what time it is. Bam.
And now it's time for a little bit more taste of what life is like in the bubble. Take a look at this. You know all the stories you've been seeing about...
Take a look at this. This is what you need to know. This is the X right there on the shirt. Black and white Freemasonry. And I told you, you can't talk with that shit on. All you do is inhaling your own breath And that's not good for the people. You see that right there? You're indoors. Everybody in there get tested every fucking minute, but you still have to wear a mask around there. Bullshit
What
on.
goes on in the NBA bubble? Well, everything you've heard about being
Watch
here
the hand
has
sign.
to get here. They have a giant shipping center. Guys have had all the creature comforts shipped in to make them feel like they're at home. There's been a couch that's come through here, wine coolers. Udonis Haslam from The Heat says that he's had $5,000 in Amazon orders come here. This is thousands of boxes a day. We're going to go check out how they do it.
Let's see. Pay attention. All these so-called boxes coming in. Yes, pay attention right here. So if you notice, you pick up the box with no gloves on. This is how you know they're stupid. All of them is dumb, fooling the dumb masses. You got on a mask, you pick up the box that come from China, most of them. Pick up the box that come from China off the truck right there. No viruses on it. Okay, watch what he gonna do to clean the virus off it, but he already got it on him. The virus is on him now, right? Of course, that's what they tell you.
It's
Watch
here,
it.
it's here.
You have
Hey,
it
all right,
in
so what
his
do you do with
hand.
these?
Look at them, how stupid can they be? Watch it, right here. Watch it. Look at this. Wow. He take out some sanitary wipes and wiping down the fucking cardboard box. That's stupid, people. Stop being dumb. Stop making these people tell you what to do and how to live your life. That's garbage. It's no sense living if you can't live the way you want to live. You can't live for other people. You hear that? Watch this. All dumb shit for the dumb masses. All of these Clorox shit right here is poison for the people. You better wake up. You better not let that shit get in your bloodstream. And look at him right there, people. The mask is not on his nose. They're full of shit on the masses. Oh, he come with a disinfectant hose, hosing it down. Wow. There you go right here, people. You believe them? Yes, now
So
the box
what are
is
some of the
secure.
strangest things you guys have had here? Because this is just a tiny box for me of a couple little extras. I ordered myself a mug for coffee.
Imagine that, people. All these thousands of boxes coming in. That's what they're gonna do with it. Clorox, wipe it, and then disinfectant it. You believe them? Now let me show you what's going on with these hand sanitizers and cleaning products. Bam.
This morning, an urgent warning from the Food and Drug Administration. Check your hand sanitizers. The FDA is expanding the list.
See this right here? 75 brand, people. That's a lot for your number 12. Lead you back to your number 3. Wow, 75 brand of hand sanitizer. Wow, recall. And then all of a sudden, you're going to see the FDA. Where was them to test this product before they give it to the people? The mass is never going to ask those questions because they are brainwashed. Why not ask the question, where is this FDA before this fucking poison reach the masses? No, after it reach you, then they're going to show up and recall it. You got it? It's the same fucking people poisoning you.
Recalled sanitizers to include 75 products.
Wow.
The ingredient in question, methanol, sometimes referred
ethanol. You hear that? The same thing they give you with the fluid. But I already told you, people, mix up chemical is never good for the masses. I don't care what it is. All chemical they give you to put in your body, violate your body. Your body's supposed to stay free of all chemical. All those vaccines and everything that they give you, chemical to break your body down. When you use this shit on your hand, it seep right into your bloodstream. That's why they can say it poison you. Remember you rub it on your hand? How the fuck did it get to poison you? It seek to your bloodstream. I told you that from day one.
to as wood alcohol, a substance it says can be toxic when absorbed through the skin or
You hear that? When absorbed to the skin. I already told you that from day one. But nobody listened to the mag. They call me a shield and pumping all kind of bullshit about me online. But they're never gonna tell you what's the truth. I told you this from day one. Don't use it. I already told you. You rub that shit up on. Disappear. Where did it go? Come on, people. Are you gonna wash the germs off your hand and it still never come off? The germs you rub up the germs and rub it up some more and until it disappear and it's gone. That means you're germs free. I know it was bullshit. And now we're gonna tell you that it's poisoning. It's going to your fucking skin and poisoning the masses. I was right on the money. Bam.
and can be life-threatening when ingested.
Life-threatening, people, when ingested. And later on, they're going to tell you about the disinfectant and also the Clorox. Just remember, I tell you, They have to tell you because they're fucking with you.
Products appear to have been produced in Mexico and include brands like Bloomin', Clar and Danver Instant Hand Sanitizer,
All of them is
Modesta
poison.
Instant Hand Sanitizer Moisturizers, and Vitamin E.
And you see, they even tell you that vitamin E is in there, yes, to heal your skin. You believe them people? I told you, don't look at the label because it's more trickery for the dumb people.
Novelty brands like Hello Kitty by Sanrio Hand Sanitizer. Some on the list sold at national chains like Walmart and Costco.
Of course. All of them is the same. Walmart, Costco, Target, all government shit. 100% in. And I told you, that's where you're going to get most of the poison from. And don't worry about it. You soon see Walmart and Costco entertaining tests. And even when the vaccine so-called hit, they're going to be one of them that distribute it. Just remember I tell you, Walmart and Costco and Target and all of them involved government shit.
As the demand for hand sanitizers has surged, so too has the number of questionable brands.
There you go.
According to NBC News data,
it got nothing to do with the brand, people. All of them is poison. That's the fucking reason why they make him. They got no love for the human being. They're trying to destroy you. And I tell you, it's easy for them to destroy the masses right now by lying to them about a virus and watch you kill your damn self. Panic dummies for the pandemic.
10 deaths and several hospitalizations in Arizona and New Mexico.
10 deaths, people. Is that quicker than the coronavirus? Of course. Come on.
Are believed to be linked to methanol and hand sanitizers, though the brands have not been confirmed. It's believed that some...
not confirmed. All of them, people. Every single one of them is poison. That's what it is. I don't use that shit. I don't give a fuck. I already told you, the homeless people, the people you see under the bridge in the streets, they don't use this shit. And they don't have no damn virus. What's wrong with you people? You see Hollywood people so-called come down with the virus, the people that actually clean. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Hand sanitizers may have been adjusted rather than applied to the skin. Experts say before you buy, take a good look at the ingredient.
It doesn't matter. I already told you people, if you look at the damn label, you've been deep down in deception. Deeper and deeper. The more you read the label, they can put anything on it. The FDA is a part of poison the masses. They're the one who let this shit out right here. And then they so-called gonna recall it. Come on.
In today's Health Watch, the FDA has a new warning out about a toxic chemical found in more than 75 brands of hand sanitizers. KCAL9's Michael George explains how you can tell which brands are safe.
Number 9, KCAL9, coded.
The FDA has added these 4 brands of hand sanitizer to a list of more than 75 that have been recalled.
Wow,
Some
so
have
they
been
add 4 more brands to the 75, people. Take a look. That's a lot. I already told you, all of them is poison. Every single one of them. And I tell you already, people, with all those cleaning products that killing your immune system now, you can't fight off no virus. You can't fight off no disease. Nothing. You can't fight off nothing now. Because you mask up, you're not breathing the air, you're not touching nobody, you're not touching nothing, you're washing your hands, you're sanitizing every fucking minute, you're cleaning up, you're destroying your immune system. That's what they want. And now you're vulnerable. You can die easier. You're not getting it. The natural way to go is leave these shits alone. Don't use them. All the sanitizer is fucking poison chemical for the masses. You understand? Don't do that.
sold at major nationwide stores, including Walmart and Target. The recalled brands contain methanol, a chemical used to create fuel and antifreeze. It can make you sick if absorbed through the skin.
Nausea, fluid, and antifreeze. That's what they use it to create. And here we go. Nausea, vomit, every damn thing.
Headache, maybe pins and needles, funny.
The same fucking symptoms you get for the coronavirus. Am I lying? The same symptom. So now you understand what I'm saying to you. You get it? You understand? The virus is a hoax. The shit that they give you to do, to tell you to follow, that's what gonna make you seems like you're sick and have the virus. Now when you feel like you're sick and you have the virus so-called, they got you. Because you run to go get tested. They come back positive. Now they got your ass. You might end up in the hospital on a so-called ventilator. Of course they will kill your ass to make number. Catch me on the run. I'm gone.